Hey there, it's me, Red Knight, and welcome back to my channel for another Heyday video with a focus on the Valentine's event that's starting tomorrow and progressing over the weekend. Now, we've already been given a load of Venetian decoration. This will be another one for that collection if we are lucky enough to achieve it. But how do we actually get it, I wonder? Well, it's a Valentine's event and it is a help event, which means basically helping your friends, strangers, hoodies and other people around the world to actually get a grand total. Once we've got the total, we can get the decoration. Now, what do we have to do? Well, this one is a trees and bushes help event only. Very similar to ones that we've done in the past. You can't do trucks, boats or townies. It has to be trees and bushes only. Now, once you've actually found those trees and bushes, you revive them. We get hearts that go towards the grand total. And basically that starts tomorrow, which is Friday the 10th, and continues until the 13th. So you've got all weekend. Now, I was going to relax this week and enjoy myself doing some other things, but I've got 120 million helps to get done. So I'm going to be busy the same as you guys. That's right, 120 million. Let's do it together so we can get this wonderful decoration and add it to our collection. I'm looking forward to seeing it and I hope that we can achieve it. Now, I do like the masks that are on this wagon, but did you know there's a lot of interesting things about the masks that I'm going to tell you now. So for the rest of the video, sit back, enjoy as I explain a little about the masks that you might see in Venice. Right, now as we move into this video, you'll see that masks have always been a central feature of the Venetian Carnival. Traditionally, people were allowed to wear them between the festival of Santo Stefano, St. Stephen's Day on December the 26th at the start of the carnival season, and midnight of Shrove Tuesday. Would you like to wear a mask? I know I would. Now, mask makers, the Maschierari, enjoy their special position in society with their own laws and their own guild. And there's some really cool information on the internet about that if you want to check it out. Now, Venetian masks can be made in leather or with the original paper mache technique. The original masks are rather simple in design and decoration. Nowadays, most of them are made with the application of gesso and gold leaf. Later in the video, I give you some information on how they make these masks as well. Now, the Commedia dell'arte, okay, these are the masks of the characters of the improvisational theatre Commedia dell'arte. This early form of professional theatre originated in Italy and was very popular between the 16th and 18th centuries all over Europe. Each character of Commedia dell'arte was defined by a particular mask and costume and exhibited stereotyped and highly characteristic behaviour typical for a particular social group. And I'm going to talk about some of these social groups now with the kinds of masks. The first one is the bolter. A bolter is a mask which covers the whole face with a stubborn chin line, no mouth and lots of gilding. It was used by many other occasions as a device for hiding the wearer's identity and social status. The Moretta. Moretta is an oval mask of black velvet that was usually worn by women visiting convents. It was invented in France and rapidly became popular in Venice as it brought out the beauty of feminine features. The mask was finished off with a veil. The lava, also called the Volto mask, is mainly white and typically Venetian. It's worn with a tricorn and cloak. It is thought the word lava comes from the Latin meaning mask or ghost, and it's easy to imagine the effect of a Venetian all dressed in black with a white mask and a black tricorn going past in the moonlight. I think even I would be scared, but that would be a hell of a costume to actually wear. The next one is the Ganaga. Ganaga is similar to a cat face. This mask was traditionally worn by gay men cruelly repressed and persecuted at the time. Wearing the ganga gave them the possibility to be open about who they were, but at the same time the wearer was expected to speak vulgarly and carry around a basket of kittens. Now, I'm not sure why they had to carry the kittens, but I will find out more later. The next one is the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor mask nowadays is a very popular one with tourists for its long beak and it gives a very macabre look. But the mask is very different from the other ones that you might see in the theatre or in the carnival. Instead, this mask was used to perform a job. In other words, it was worn to make it possible for doctors to approach and treat plague sufferers. hence the fact that it is the plague doctor's mask. If you think of doctors nowadays, they use the personal protection equipment, so PPE, so this is a Venetian version of that from the 16th century. Wonder if I could wear that at work at the moment. That would be kind of cool instead of the white mask. Now, the beak was stuffed with aromatic herbs to help the doctor avoid the stench of the disease. The eye holes were covered with an early form of eyeglass. And the clothing of the doctor was made of wax canvas, which was sealed around the mask, thus limiting as best as possible the chances of contagion. I don't think my company would let me wear that mask at work, definitely not. Now, carnival masks. Venetian masks look stunning as decorative pieces, especially the large ones. At the same time, traditional masks made in Venice are designed to be worn. And there's some interesting information I'm going to give you about that one now. The creation of the paper mache Venetian mask takes several steps. First, the artisan mask maker creates a mould out of clay. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? I like to work with clay. Next from that one, once it's dried, liquid plaster is then poured into it to create a negative mould, a reverse image of the original design. When the plaster hardens, the clay mould is broken to release the negative mould. Okay, you've seen videos of this kind of thing on the internet as well. The negative plaster mould is then used to create the actual mask. This is done by layering pieces of paper impregnated with a sticky paste inside the plaster mould. And I did this at school many years ago. It was so much fun. It usually takes several layers, each pressed and adjusted by hand to create the mask, but once dried the mask is removed and decorated accordingly. That mask is then the exact fit of your face and it can be worn very easily. Now, I would love to have this mask decoration. I know you would as well, and it is a global help event, so start working on getting those trees and bushes ready if you haven't already done so. The event starts tomorrow. It's 120 million. Now, if you'd like to support me, please do use content creator code REDNIGHT, R3DKNIGHTs. This month is definitely a very expensive one for spending diamonds, so why not support one of your favorite content creators if you are going to be buying any. Now, what's more important for me is actually subscribing to my channel. There's that little round circle there. Click the button, subscribe. It's free of charge, of course, unless you want to become a member on my channel. You can also watch some of my videos, and I hope you enjoy watching those and do comment as well. But either way, I'll see you this weekend when we're working on the event. Bye now.